Senator from Wisconsin, Ron Johnson. He's the chairman of the Homeland Security Committee. He's also on the Foreign Relations Committee. Senator, thank you for joining us, especially at such a pivotal juncture. When we're dealing with the funding for the Department of Homeland Security, there's no way to avoid it. These arrests in Brooklyn put a spotlight on it in a different way, especially with urgency. Let's take a quick listen to what Bill Bratton, the New York Police Commissioner, the New York Police Department Commissioner, had to say about this.
With all that's going on in Washington at the moment, the debate about the withholding of funding for Homeland Security, this is not the time to engage in activities that would threaten our counterterrorism capabilities, such as have been exhibited in the movement on this case, and effectively to hold our counterterrorism agencies hostage to political machinations in D.C.
Do you agree, Senator, and will you make that known to your colleagues today to put an end to this stalemate?
No, I absolutely do agree. I've been wanting to fund the Department of Homeland Security for quite some time. I think every Republican does want to fund the legitimate, the authorized activities of and the essential activities of the department. We've been trying to get a bill on the floor of the Senate for a number of weeks. It's been Senate Democrats that have blocked even putting a bill on the floor for debate, try and find the compromise, try and find a path forward. Leader McConnell finally devised a path, and fortunately, I think in a vote of 98-2, we'll take up that measure. It'd be nice if Democrats would agree to a time agreement so we get that vote taken as quickly as possible and send that over to the House. But, you know, I have to point out, it's President Obama that introduced immigration reform into DH funding. I mean, he's the one that really engaged into this debate. He poisoned the well, as Leader McConnell and Speaker Boehner warned him he would do if he did this. And, you know, he could end this in a second. All he could do is, why doesn't he defer his deferred action and say, you know, let's recognize that a court of law has ruled his actions unlawful and just agree to defer that to at least the end of the fiscal year. This thing would be solved immediately. Don't think he's going to do that. Senate Republicans, we want to fund the department. Every Republican does, and we're trying to devise a path forward, but it's been Democrats have been blocking it.
I understand your point, and let's take an even-if position here. Even if the president baited the Republicans into this, essentially, why did the Republicans, who are in control now, want to show that they can govern, whatever that means from Congress, why did you take the bait? And when you say funding DHS, why don't you fund all of it, not just the essential things, because we don't know which pieces will be essential. You don't know what you need. If anything, you know those men and women say they don't have enough, let alone something to spare.
But, you know, the Constitution is pretty important, and President Obama repeatedly exceeds his constitutional authority. That's something the Congress has to take pretty seriously, and a lot of us do. You know, we took an oath of office to support and defend the Constitution, so that's a very serious issue. President Obama has to admit that a federal judge now has ruled that his unilateral actions on deferred action were unlawful. He's put an injunction. So, you know, if President Obama wants to rise above this, if he's concerned about our homeland security, he could end this in a second by saying, I'm going to defer my action on immigration till after the end of the fiscal year. This issue would be resolved immediately. Don't think he's going to do that, which is why Senate Republicans devised a path forward. We voted to get this bill on the floor. Finally, Democrats finally stopped blocking it. Hopefully we can get this passed. I'm calling on Harry Reid to let us vote on this as quickly as possible this morning, and so we can send it over to the House, and hopefully the House will act accordingly.
All right, Senator, thank you very much. Obviously, there's a lot more urgency on this now based on these arrests in Brooklyn. People can call that alarmist, but we just had the FBI director say he has cases in all 50 states of people being self-radicalized to go to ISIS. So
I want to fund the Department of Homeland Security. Every Republican does. President Obama's playing politics with it, not us.
All of it, though, Senator. That's the key. Thank you for joining us. We look forward to see how this moves forward, hopefully today.
Have a good day.
All right, Allison.
Okay, Chris, we want